Good day. Today we will speak about research methods. Research methodology is the specific procedures or techniques used to identify, select, process, and analyze information about a topic. In a research paper, the methodology section allows the reader to critically evaluate a study's overall validity and reliability. The methodology section answers two main questions. How was the data collected or generated? How was it analyzed? Research methods are broadly classified as quantitative research and qualitative research. Quantitative research methods are the methods that deal with numbers and anything that can be dealt with a measurable form in a systematic way of investigating or the phenomena. It is used to answer questions in terms of justifying relationships with measurable variables to either explain, predict, or control a phenomena. There are four main types of quantitative research designs: descriptive, correlational, quasi-experimental, experimental. The differences between the four types primarily relates to the degree the researcher designs for control of the variables in the experiment. Following is a brief description of each type of quantitative research design. Descriptive design seeks to describe the current status of variable or phenomena. The research does not begin with a hypothesis, but typically develops one after the data is collected. Data collection is mostly observational in nature. Correlation design explores the relationship between variables using statistical analysis. However, it doesn't look for cause and effect and therefore is also mostly observational in terms of data collection. Quasi-experimental design, often referred to as causal comparative, seeks to establish a cause-effect relationship between two or more variables. The researcher does not assign groups and does not manipulate the independent variable. Control groups are identified and exposed to the variable. Results are compared with results from groups not exposed to the variable. Experimental designs, often called through experimentation, use the scientific methods to establish cause-effect relationship among a group of variables in a research study. Researchers make an effort to control for all variables except the one being manipulated, the independent variable. The effects of the independent variable on the independent variable are collected and analyzed for a relationship. Qualitative research. Qualitative research is a research method that collects data using conversational methods where participants involved in the research are asked open-ended questions. The responses collected are essentially non-numerical. This method not only helps a researcher understand what participants think, but also why they think in a particular way. Here are the widely used qualitative research methods. One-to-one interview. This interview technique is systematically planned and, as the name suggests, is conducted with one participant at a given point in time. One-to-one interviews need a researcher to prepare questions in advance and to make sure the researcher asks only the most important questions to the participant. This type of interview lasts anywhere between 20 minutes to half an hour. During this time, the researcher collects as many meaningful data as possible from the participants to draw references. Focus groups. Focus groups are small groups comprising of around 6 to 10 participants who are usually experts in the subject matter. A moderator is assigned to a focus group who facilitates the discussion amongst the group members. A moderator experience in conducting a focus group plays an important role. An experienced moderator can probe the participants by asking the correct research questions that will help him collect a sizable amount of information related to the research. Ethnographic research. Ethnographic research is an in-depth form of research where people are observed in their natural environment with any alterations. These methods can prove to be a bit demanding in terms of researcher getting adapted to the natural environment of the target audience, which could even be the Amazon rainforest. Geographic locations can be a constraint in this type of research method. Instead of conducting interviews, a researcher needs to experience the settings in person to collect information. Text analysis. Text analysis is little different from other qualitative research methods, as it is used to analyze the social life by decoding words, texts, etc. through any available form of documentation. The researcher studies and understands the context in which the documents are furnished with the information and then tries to draw meaningful inference from it. In modern times, researchers follow activities on a social media platform and try and understand the pattern of thoughts. Case study research. Case study research, as the name suggests, is used to study an organization or an entity. This research method has evolved over the years and is one of the most valuable qualitative research methods known to researchers. This type of research is used in fields like education sectors, philosophical and psychological studies. This method involves a deep diving into the ongoing research and collects data.